When he came to Detroit in 1983, he wasn't the player the Wings wanted. But Detroit hadn't made the playoffs in 5 years, and even their second choice brought a ray of hope.
Try not to do too much myself, even though sometimes I do. I play with the guys on the ice, and it's a team game, and we work as a team.
Right from the start, Stevie Y was a hit. He blasted out of the gate in his very first home game.
It's a great feeling, with a bunch of guys, that are really close. We've only been together, 2 months now, and we're already a really close-knit team.
And just like that, the Wings were back.
I just grew up here, and you do a lot of things, some good things and some stupid things along the way, but fortunately things have worked out relatively well. Yeah, this is home now.
It took just 3 years for the youngster to start wearing the captain's C. Tough in any town, but in Hockey Town, it was the same C worn by Lindsay and Howe and Del Vecchio. At just 21, Yzerman was the youngest Detroit captain ever, and he answered by taking his team to the conference finals, where they eventually lost to Edmonton. Just 2 years later, he had his first 50-goal season. But in the same game, he went down with a torn anterior cruciate ligament, the kind of knee injury that can put a career on ice. For Yzerman, it was just a bump in the road.
The sooner you can get doing stuff, the better, and 2 days later, I'm starting to do stuff, which is great.
The next season, they called him Captain Comeback. Then he posted 65 goals and 155 points. He was voted by his peers the best player in the league. Detroit knew that already. But Hockey Town was starting to develop that rare tie that occasionally, but undeniably, bonds an athlete with the city he calls home. We were watching Steve Yzerman grow up. It was a little of everything but the one thing he desired most. It was right there in '93, but instead, it was an inexplicable first-round exit to Toronto.
Season's over, I don't know what to say.
It was right there in '94, but it was another first-round mystery against San Jose.
And there's absolutely no excuse or no reason for not winning tonight's game.
It was right there in '95, but instead, a sweep in the finals to an upstart New Jersey team.
You're mad, and everybody's blaming everybody, and everybody's pointing fingers at everybody.
And it was right there in '96, but St. Patrick and that Devil Lemieux splattered what had been a record-breaking regular season.
Unfortunately, I've been in this situation before. Just very disappointing again.
And while fighting those disappointments, somewhere in there he had to deal with the unthinkable. Rumors that Steve Yzerman might be traded.
The biggest reason I like to stay is I feel this team has a chance to win the Stanley Cup. And I've certainly enjoyed my career here and would like to remain here, but...
To be sure, there were moments of greatness. He scored his 500th goal.
There's some faces that I've seen in the crowd for 13 years, and I was really happy to do it here because they've kind of gone through all this with me, and they've shared the ups and downs that we've had as a team throughout the years.
As far as a captain, he's a total captain. He does it all.
But by this, his 14th season, he was learning it would take a little more than a timely goal or a heady pass. It would take a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
It's the absolute greatest moment a hockey player or any athlete to win the championship. I mean, it's something, you remember for your whole life.
As Steve Yzerman has matured, so has his team. And perhaps that's why no one minded when this magic moment for our city and for our hockey team paused to celebrate one skater. But just 6 days later, tragedy struck. And again, Yzerman, fighting back his own emotions, used his captain's C to rally Hockey Town in a different way.
We would ask everyone's support and prayers for our teammate Vladdy and our trainer Sergey. I hope and I ask for everyone's prayers and do whatever you do in difficult times that help make things work out better.
That next season, they did it again, winning a second straight Stanley Cup with Vladimir Konstantinov as their inspiration. Yzerman's contribution, the Conn Smythe Award as playoff MVP.
What is your big secret playing like a 21-year-old when you're in your mid-30s?
Viagra.
This year, the captain's legacy took on an international glimmer, playing on the top line that brought the gold medal to the long-suffering Canadian Olympic team. Olympic gold and Stanley silver. Could he take both in the same year? Yes, but only if he could find a way to basically play on one leg. Needing reconstructive knee surgery, Steve Yzerman led the charge of the Wings Brigade, rescuing them from 2 potential disasters and skating with a kind of grit that meant his teammates had no choice but to follow. And in the end, there was your captain, again hoisting the cup, but savoring it more this time and sharing it with family.
My career's done nothing but go skyward since she was born, and she's always been my good luck charm. And you know, someday look back on film and watch her as an 8-year-old come out with me, and you know, I'm really, really thrilled.